Yardy har me hearties, or should I say, yardy har me hearties, and welcome to a survival discussion about mining. Share your ideas as well, but I have a specific idea in mind here when making this video. And the idea looks something like this. I know it looks a little bit weird, so let me explain what's going on this picture. We have a couple of different ore pockets. So this on the left here is a lake, and that is where you get the scale of how large the other pockets are. The pockets today would be something like this little area over here on the ice. So these are quite substantially larger. The other difference is that this little pocket here contains 3 different ore types. I think it's usually 3 or always 3. But 3 or 2, let's call it that. And then as well, they are only 2 meters deep. So my suggestion here is that to have them much larger, just remove the old ones and have these instead. Have them be 30 to 150 meters deep. But the difference here is, since they can be deeper, they are also thicker. They're 20 to 50 meters deep, something around the ballpark there. And the rest of this video is kind of just going to be how I imagine this would actually work in a real game of Space Engineers. Like, if you're going into survival, how would you go about, or at least how would I go about playing with this, and why I think this could be a really cool thing. So we're gonna drop the text here, and we're gonna install our main base in the center of everything. Now these would be all spread out over the entire planet, so wherever you place it, you would probably be the center of something. It doesn't really matter, but we are in the center of a silicon platform here, so we're gonna be able to start mining here. We start off as usual with the small miner, and we fly out to the different places and we mine, because that's how mining works. We come back, we have a little bit of everything. We don't have that much, because now that the pockets are larger, we don't get as much from them. That is also a very core point that I should have made. So let's get down. Like currently, if you mine 100 ore, you get 56 ingots. But I would say for the same amount of mining, you would get 10 ore, so you would get less ore, but also the ore kind of becomes less as well, so it's an absolutely massive nerf. Or maybe just one of them, maybe just get 1 ore. The problem today is that when you try this in a game, go into a game, mine a little bit of a lake, like a teeny tiny bit, or just however you feel like, and try to get a mental feel for how much ice you just mined, and then look at how much you actually mined, and you will see that those things probably do not match at all. If you mine something that you would think be 100 kilograms of ice, you probably have something closer to 1,000 kilograms. So it's really disproportionate. So you would get, from the first mining of a regular small miner, you would get very, very little of actual resources. This means that you can now either upgrade your small miner or turn it into a larger miner. So this is our larger miner here, and you fly out and do your mining, same as before. Now we have a little bit of a progression here. You can't just start off with a really good mining ship, because that is kind of what you can do today. Or the small mining ship today is just too efficient, because when you mine a tiny bit of silicon, you actually get a ton of silicon. Once you have done this, you create an automated mining station on the island, let's say. Now this would be a pretty simple thing, and let's just do a layer for that, and it would probably, let's just do that, be something like this. You have a piston, goes out like that, and on that piston you have a rotor, looks something like that, and then you have a row of drills. Not the beautiful paint most beautiful painted picture that you've ever seen. But these go around in a circle. I'm using the same color to do many things, but this goes around in a circle, and then this goes down, and this just runs. You can set the speeds to be really low, and this works. I've tried this, it works. The problem today is that because the pockets are so small, you don't actually get a lot of ore from it. It's faster just to do it manually, but with these large pockets that you would use warheads to get down to, then you'd be able to do that more efficiently. So you start doing that over there. You see, there's something missing. How do I get this stuff to my base? You build a cargo ship. Currently, there's no point to a cargo ship. Like, have you built a cargo ship in survival? I think maybe somebody in multiplayer may have done that, but other than that, I don't think there's would have been a lot of cargo ships, because there's really not a point to them. Fly out and grab, and you do that, and then you get to a point where you're half time in your cargo ship and half time in your mining ship, because as the game goes on, you'd probably be like, oh, I can build another, maybe I should do this instead. I can build another mining station, another automated mining station. I can put that on the cobalt. Okay, so now you have two places to go and grab cargo, and then when you're not doing that, you're going here, and then you're getting into like a kind of, how do I space out my time? And then you try to figure out how to automate this cargo collection, or these cargo transports. And that is something I want to see in the game desperately. We have autopilots. We have absolutely no reason to use them unless we're AFK traveling to a different planet or something. But this would be like a really, really interesting and good use for them. Because if you could set your ship to travel over here and back, and then set another ship to travel over to the Cobalt and back, then imagine coming up to somebody's base, and there's just ships flying in and flying out and leaving and grabbing cargo and doing stuff like that. I just want to see that, and have that not be a thing that somebody did in creative just because it's cool, but actually be useful as well. And I believe this system, or just this changing of how the ores are placed, could achieve that. That is basically why I came up with this idea. Not really, but it's just another thing that kind of flows into this. I feel like I could be biased. I am biased. That's how bias works. But so tell me if I'm wrong. Another nice part of this is trading stations. In multiplayer, you will probably not have access to everything ever. I mean, you won't in survival either, but when you don't have access to everything, once you have set up your first automated mining station, you have a lot of, let's say, iron, and you can, via trading station and another friend which has his he has his mining station right here. He gets the red dots as its mining stations. Your friend has control of the silver and gold, and he's mining that out. So you say, oh, hey, I want to trade my iron for your gold and silver, and now you have gold and silver as well. So you don't need to put up the automated stations for that. You can in the future, but you don't have to immediately, because now you can trade, and he can trade iron from you. So it kind of becomes like an ecosystem of itself. And I think this can become really cool. I just think it can become really cool by just tweaking how the ore works. So tell me in the comment section below what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about the quality. I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Share and subscribe if you want to, and like and dislike however much you feel like or don't feel like. I do care, but I'm not gonna, I am telling you what to do, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You get my point. I'll see you the next time.